Welcome, everybody, once again to City Predicting as we head to San Diego tomorrow with the finale of this year's WWE PLE Predictions League of 2025, as this is Survivor Series WarGames. Welcome to the conversation discussion. Welcome to City Predicting once again. Let's go ahead and freaking do this. Hello, everybody, and welcome back here once again to another edition of Simply Predicting. Anything but it's going to be my goal to make this as sweet and short and simple as possible because we got 4 matches here. You heard me right, 4 matches. But you know what this is. I am the simple man of the simple brand, the voice of the SRS for professional wrestling, damn it. My name is Noel Foster. With me tonight is Emmanuel Dominguez. Of course, he and Arlene Dominguez. We'll be there tomorrow with Jeff Mother from Meacham, as well as our Mighty Morphin Big Power Ranger Dilla. And also, making a long-awaited return is, of course, Christopher Rotz. And joining me via transit is Avatar Man, the Renegade Wrestling, JJ Williams. And again, thank you all for tuning in, whether live or on demand. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. You will find a link to the forum across all the chats at the very top. Click the link. You'll also find our NotiQ social medias and my social medias on the X. It will also be in the comments down below once the streams conclude. And if you want to dictate the conversation, super chat, it is truly as simple as that. As Walter Cruz has also joined in the fray. That being said, I thought it was going to be simple. Anything but this usually happens there. We got a fantastic 5 that's sure to drive me wild. Let's go ahead and get into discussion. But before we get into it, let's go ahead and get everybody's thoughts. First and foremost, making this long-rated turn to predicting. NotiQ Galaxy, continued participant, one of my fellow Horse Predictions, out of Jeff Chadwick and Mark Griffith, and also a guy that's sure to tell us that it's going to be a great show. Might as well get a shirt that says it's going to be a great show, quote unquote. It's Christopher Rotz. Chris, happy post-Thanksgiving to you and your family. Good to see you once again. How do you feel about Survivor Series this weekend? Welcome back.
It should be a fun and entertaining show. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. The 2 WarGames matches are going to be stacked. We have a Women's World Championship match, and we have John Cena's last PLE against Dirty Dominik Mysterio. It's going to be a fun event tomorrow. Say yeah to NoDQ.com.
Yeah, but also say yeah to Simple Apple Studios, bruv. Just don't forget what you're representing here as well. All right, I'll figure for that, Chris. And as I said, you saw how much he's happy. He's not happy for John Cena. He's happy for John Cena's final PLE match. Preferably going to be put into his own handicap match. He will be there live tomorrow in San Diego with the other Dominguez's and the biggest John Cena fan I know in Attila. It is Emmanuel, representing Interactive Games and Movies. Emmanuel, good to see you. Again, safe travels and enjoy the show regardless how you feel about one particular superstar tomorrow. How you feel about Survivor Series?
I'm very excited. I'm excited to see the cage. I seen the Hell in a Cell in WrestleMania 39 when Edge versus Finn Balor. That match was what it was. At the moment, we didn't know Finn Balor was that busted, die wide open, but seeing the replay, then when it's the gash, like wow, I can see why it ended up that way, but. Hopefully, there's no stoppage this time because that would be unfortunate if they had to stop the match for them to get sold during the match and because the safety first, because that's how the WWE policy is. Like they want to make sure the wrestlers are safe and sound. Of course, we're gonna see Io Sky in a trash can flying, doing the flip. Yep. And then and we're gonna see the some of the same old stick maybe we've been seeing in previous WarGames, but nevertheless, I'm excited. But I wish the Solo Sikoa and versus Sami Zayn team was on Saturday so we can tell WWE how much we want to that original 5 versus 5 back in that pay-per-view. But oh well, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it, or it's already been recorded.
Yeah, there you go. And for those that tune in to SmackDown, check out Arabrit's recap at NoDQ.com. As, of course, we always say yeah to NoDQ, of course, a friend and partner here at the Simply Reliable Studios. Yeah, it's good to see Fifth Beatle, Ringo Starr was the drummer of the band. I always thought that Paul McCartney was also very underrated. Good to see Bollyman also in the chat. Greetings to you, good sir. And regular Jenny Williams, he's going to play along for the chat room as, again, being on the move, bruv. It's always going to be technical difficulties when you're on a bus. So please get safely home as you are in transit. It's just great to have you in the chat. And I look forward to, of course, covering this with you on the shenanigans. Stay tuned for more of that tomorrow. Thank you for that, Emmanuel. And certainly, last but not least, rounding out the panel for now, it is Mr. Reliable himself, our UFC expert, my great friend in commentary as of late for all things wrestling, leveling up also with gaming. We will be gaming here very soon. Stay tuned. It is Walter Cruz. Walter, good to see you. How are you? We've made it to the end of the WWE PLE calendar year. How you feel about Survivor Series, my friend?
I'm feeling well. Like Chris said, it's stacked, but it's hard to see it's hard to gauge what we're going to. So it'll be interesting to see, because after watching SmackDown, because I know it was taped, but I stayed away from the spoilers on purpose. And now that I've seen SmackDown, it might have influenced change in some of my predictions. So we'll see. It should be fun.
Not fair enough. And again, to that point, your folks know your opinions matter too. Let your predictions be known in the chat. Your predictions are final, though, tomorrow night. That is Saturday, November 29th, 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will not be allowing a second after that. So make sure you get them if you haven't already, and make sure you finalize them, because this is it. Do or die if you've been in for the entire year. And if you're tuning in for the first time, welcome to the Main Predictions Leagues that I host. And shout out to the 32 that's put your predictions in so far, included but not limited to Draco, Ian, Adrian, Bullyman, the Oofman, Colin Andrew, and other select members of No DQ, such as The Rocket, Jeff, Matthew, and by Jeff, I mean Big G. Of course, Arlene Dominguez, Rodney, Darren. I see also Sarif and Sienna Chanel, Jerry Slaughter, amongst others. All right. Well, that being said, you all know how I feel. I look at all things wrestling, but you also know how I feel about sports entertainment and the actual art of competitive nature in professional wrestling. But yeah, this is definitely interesting. It's an all-star game, almost like the NBA. Yes, I made a sports person. I don't even watch the NBA. Go check out Statboy Mike, who covers Monday Night Football. Statboy, make sure you give me the stats, by the way, if you can't tomorrow, but I definitely look forward to the stats again next year for Saudi Rumble. And again, the next time we cover WWE on PLE level and city predicting will be Saudi Rumble. So stay tuned for more on that in 2026. But without further ado, this should be all right. City predicting panelists, chat room, city predicting community, and all sports entertaining enthusiasts, professional wrestling fans galore. Let's get right into it. So again, this is Survivor Series San Diego, bringing us WarGames. It comes to us tomorrow night via the ESPN app. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The only way you can watch if you're an ESPN Plus subscriber, either for your cable or satellite provider, or get a subscription today with Poly, Hulu, and Disney Plus if you're into all that crap. I'm not. I only watch wrestling. I don't give a damn about TVs and movies. But let's go ahead and get into this card. Again, we got 4 matches, 2 for a championship singles-wise, 1 men, 1 women, and 2 WarGames matches. Of course, the greatness of WarGames was really escalated with both the men and the women in my NXT in 2019. So we're going to go with that formula because that was a great 5-match card. Here we got 4. We're going to kick things off immediately with ladies first. Let's talk about the women's WarGames match. It's Team Rhea versus Team Asuka, or is it Team Rhea versus Team Becky, or Team AJ versus Team Becky? I don't fucking know. You tell me. Regardless, it's 5-on-5. It is AJ Lee, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Mommy, Rhea Ripley, who for all we know does not have a fully recovered face. Whoa, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kari Sane, Lash Legend, Nia Jax, the Fridge, and the man, Becky Lynch. There are many, many different points you can look towards this match. The fact that Kabuki Warriors beat Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, thanks to those bougie bitches' involvement on Monday Night Raw. I said what I said. The continued ongoing vendetta that AJ Lee has with a new fire in her heart against Becky Lynch. The subtle respect between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, who are willing to go into war together. But will they still remain on the same battle lines, or are we waiting for a Brutus and Julius Caesar reenactment? And of course, you have the Kabuki Warriors, who's had this personal vendetta against their former family, Io Sky, ever since aligning with Mommy, Rhea Ripley, and Lash Legend, officially part of the main roster. What do you do? Of course, this will be AJ Lee's first WarGames match, and I believe almost everybody else in here, with the exception of Lash Legend, have been into it prior. All right, well, you all know how this goes here at City Predicting. One person leads off, and the rest will follow. Everybody will get their chance to say their thoughts on their winners, and per Aaron Riff, Madman, Desperate Man, you decide. You guys have to pick who starts with each side as well. So 3 points are on the line for each War Games match. That being said, Christopher Ross, attention! You are going to the war first, my friends. So, what is your pick to win the Women's War Games match, and who are your 2 starters for each team? Go ahead.
Well, this should be fun and entertaining. On the heels side of things, we got the Kabuki Warriors, we got Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, and No, we got the Kabuki Warriors, Nia, Lash, and Becky.
Come on now.
I'm gonna say for the heels, I'm gonna say Kari Sane starts it off for the heels. And for the baby faces, I'm gonna go out of the limb and I'm gonna say Alexa Bliss is going to start for the women's. No, actually, I'm changing it. I'm thinking it's going to be Io and Kari. Who I have winning this is, as of right now, I got to go with Team Rhea Ripley to get the win here and put an end to the heels. So right now, I got Team Rhea Ripley for the win.
All right, well, there you go. And again, it's 10:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast. For Chris's lapse of memory quicker than Dory from Finding Nemo, I will allow it. And better late than never, from the ladies' match to the lady of the City Predicting panel, in my opinion, Arlene Dominguez has arrived. So I will go to her next. So Arlene, welcome back to City Predicting, my friend. Hope you have a great time with Emmanuel, Tatilla, and Jeff Meacham tomorrow at War Games. You will be there live, so I will go to you next. Go ahead and lend your thoughts towards what you're feeling about War Games tomorrow, and who are your 2 starters and your winning side in the Women's War Games match.
Just like my thing says, I'm skipping my high school reunion for Survivor Series. So I even made my sign, and me and my friend are gonna try to see if we can get on the TV and stuff. But I'm excited. Who I think should win and who's actually gonna win is 2 different stories. I think the heels should win, but we're not gonna get that. We're gonna get AJ and Rhea all happy, and I get to go in a long 2-hour drive home about how my poor Asuka had to lose again.
Ha! Said Fraser will stay consistent. All right, continue.
That was basically it. Oh, who I'm
your starters, my friend. Your starters.
Okay. It's gonna be Kari versus Io.
Kari and Io. All right, fair enough. Well, thank you for that, Arlene. Well, Walter, I will say right now, according to the poll, it is in favor of Mommy's team, 82%, while 18% are going with Team Asuka. As far as the starters, they're actually going with Io Sky for Team Rhea Ripley. Here's a stat for you, folks. The first Women's War Games match was all the way back in 2019 in Chicago, and my NXT. At NXT TakeOver War Games. And guess who was in that match also? Io Sky. Io Sky has actually been in every Women's War Games match. She comes in here with the most overall experience. So keep that in mind as well. And also for the start of Team Asuka, they're actually going with Kari Sane. So it looks like they're trying to pick up from where they were before with the Kabuki Wars. We're talking about Kari's loyalty towards Asuka, but still she wants her family to be back together. That being said, Walter, with that stat in mind on both of those sides, and also looking at the statistics and the predictions here, what are your thoughts? Your 2 starters and your winning side.
Is that any bridge? Okay.
I'm gonna go with Nia Jax to start, and I'm gonna go with Alexa Bliss to start. I think you save EO for a little bit, and yes, I do think that trash can spot is going to happen. And for those that didn't watch SmackDown, spoiler alert: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Charlotte Flair beat Asuka to get her team the advantage. So now the faces go in with the advantage. I originally thought that the faces were going to win this. Because of that fact alone, I am now switching to the heels. I believe Team Asuka is going to win it, and I think they're going to pin Alexa. She's the only one that can actually, out of all of them, well, Charlotte can't do, but she's going to pull backstage bullshit and not do it. I think Alexa's the only one who can get pinned and not get affected so bad, and she's the only one out of those that would eat the pin, in my opinion. None of the other ones. You're not going to have AJ, who just came back after 10 plus years, take a fall. Charlotte's not going to play that. Io maybe, and not Rhea. So I'm gonna think that Asuka's gonna get her win back and pin Alexa. I think you got to make Asuka look like the strong leader and why she came away. I was pissed that Charlotte did it again. She did it again. She beat fucking Asuka. Asuka cannot win against Charlotte. Asuka is literally winless at WrestleMania, and Charlotte started it off after the greatest NXT run of, well, NXT is now my NXT, but that real NXT, that black and white, that was mine. Asuka fucking ran it. Switched to the main roster, and here comes fucking somebody, because of the last name that they have, has to pull their political backstage bullshit and beat Asuka. Like, there's no way Asuka should have lost her first match. But I feel a rant coming on, so let me calm down. The heels are going to win.
Tranquilo. Hello, Lily.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
So I got the heels winning. Originally, I thought immediately faces, but because of that advantage, I never liked when faces get an advantage. It doesn't seem right. When you're a babyface, you should be.
The underdog.
Yeah, you should be coming back and like everything stacked against you. It just makes it more of a better story. So the fact that the heels now have to come from behind, I don't know. It's a little weird, but I think Team Asuka's winning.
Brother.
Right, exactly, JJ. Like, I swear it is.
I mean, again, the stat don't lie. Asuka and Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair wins basically every time. JD also another thought. He thinks they blundered not putting in Jay Cargill and Tiffany Stratton here, but he also has Team Mommy. I'm curious, though, what his two stars are going to be. Again, JJ, you got to make your prediction official by doing the form, bruv. And also, Safed agrees with you that I hit that baby faces are getting the advantage. Well, I mean, again, there have been times, though, where a babyface team has not only gotten the advantage, they've also gotten the win. You also consider that the freaking left-hand side, outside Charlotte Flair and, outside AJ Lee, all those other women, I believe, have been involved in WarGames or some sort of like situation like this before. Last Legend, of course, the newest cream of the crop, I guess you could say, on the mid-card tag division of the main roster. They're trying to build.
Congratulations. Congratulations to her in real life. She just got proposed to by Trick Williams. She said yes, they are officially engaged. So that's good for them. I just wanted to put that out there.
Again, America's got 50% divorce rate. We'll see if it actually lasts or if it crumbles before it truly begins, before it hits the 3 count. All right, fair enough. And of course, Becky Lynch, AJ Lee, we all know what this is leading to, right? You're going to get Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee in some capacity at WrestleMania, if not prior to. And I saw the women's trailer. Yeah, you saw it was in that trailer, right? Big surprise. As far as Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, maybe their tag team will lead to them becoming tag team champions against the Kabuki Warriors and getting the win. Of course, Rhea Ripley won the very first women's WarGames match. And then you got Nia and Lash. They're there. I do find it interesting, though, that Charlotte Flair right now is playing the babyface here, got the advantage, and said that, yeah, she would go to war with Rhea Ripley. But I also look at Rhea Ripley, and I do wonder, is Rhea content right now in her spot, or does she still feel like she's in the Queen's shadow? I do think there's going to be some fallout here. One of the teams is going to cost them. But regardless, before I give it to Emmanuel to close, I'm going to say the babyfaces are actually going to win. And I'm going off of experience here. When you're going into war and Io Sky's on your team, you put her out front for a reason. She's the one with the most experience, and more often than not, she started WarGames matches. So I'm actually going with Io Sky to start for Team Rhea Ripley for the win. And as far as the other side, there's one match people are waiting for. I think we're going to finally get Asuka and Io finally teased. I'm going with Asuka to start for the other side. And if Asuka is going to have any sort of freaking chance to show you she can actually win something, she needs to prove she can actually hang with these women and lead by example. As far as I'm concerned, it's Team Asuka versus Team Rico, Team Rhea. So I'm going with Io and Rhea, Io and Asuka starting, and Team Rhea winning. All right. With that being said, Emmanuel, you close things out here. And as far as the secondaries, by the way, that people think, what the hell? Someone's cooking something in the microwave? What's this, burrito night?
Yeah.
Hey, somebody, is there a car backing up?
Yeah, about to
No.
say, box.
No, it's Arian's meal, so
All
sorry,
right,
ignore
why
that.
don't you go ahead and serve up a formula for victory if you can? Good luck, bro. Your starters and your winning side for the women's War Games match.
Now, for me, like I think the obvious openers are Asuka grouping the girls, and she's gonna scream, "Kyrie, you got this!" Kyrie's all pumped. Yeah, I can do this for you, Asuka. So it's gonna be Kyrie.
Damn.
Yeah, sadly, yes. And Alexa Bliss, because they are not gonna start with Rhea. Let's face facts. Io, the same thing. She's the main star. AJ Lee, main star. Do you want to say that for later? Charlotte Flair, also a main star, even though she's not the main event anymore. So by default, Alexa Bliss is the lore of the woman pole of this great 5-woman babyface. Sadly to say, what I expect is the heel teams to win. Remember WrestleMania, Noah?
Of course I do.
Do you remember what happened with Rhea and Io? They're best friends, but at the same time, Rhea's trying to beat the best of Io. Do we forget that storyline exists? Does she still have that negativity? Still wanting to prove that she's better than Io? Then we had the SummerSlam conflict when Charlotte and Alexa won the tag team titles. We thought for a second there that Charlotte was going to kick Alexa Bliss when she was doing Sister Abigail. The Charlotte hit Alexa by mistake for showering the turn we expected to have in some Survivor Series. Because let's face it, Charlotte Flair is more of a better heel than the babyface.
This is accurate.
And sadly, like even though her babyface is going the right way and people are behind her, like I think it's time to pull the trigger because how far do we take these two duels along? Maybe it's Alexa Bliss who turns heel over Charlotte. Who knows? But something needs to give, like either Alexa or Charlotte needs that turn to be credible again, because being baby faces aren't cutting it anymore. They need to change their character or something. They need to have a fresh start, and this is their opportunity to do so. So I'm going Team Heel for this one.
Team heel for this one. Okay. And your starters were, again, Alexa Bliss and Alexa Bliss and Kari. Well, I mean, yeah, because the tag team file. I mean, again, there's a lot of interwoven storylines here. To your point, Last Legend, unproven. That's why a lot of people have her down as a second for the highest to become the starter for Team Asuka. It's interesting how much Alexa Bliss and Io Sky are the focus of starters for Team Mommy, Rhea Ripley. But for Team Asuka, it's almost partisan with 3 others versus the majority going with, to your point, Kairi Sane. The second runner-up, literally tied with Asuka, is actually Nia Jax. I guess people think the fridge can actually last long while open. But against Last Legend, it's also right there, just slightly short at 14%. Barely anybody picked Becky Lynch as a starter. So, again, it's just one of those things right now where I don't know. It's just one of those things where this one, it's a toss of the coin. People that bet on a predetermined sport on idiots. Accurate. And I don't care about betting odds. Me neither. As a simple man and a budget-friendly man, a frugal man. But all right. Great job, everybody. Well, that being said, the dust settles for now on War. Let's go ahead and move back into the planning zone into singles contention. And we are going to officially kick things off with these two matches with John Cena's final PLE match of his WWE career. It is the Mr. 17-time greatest of all time. Never give up, never surrender, never waver. The GOAT himself of WWE and sports entertainment for 25 years practically. John Cena defending the Intercontinental Championship against Dominik Mysterio. It's literally Dominik Mysterio's home turf versus John Cena's inaugural turf when he won his first championship, completing the Grand Slam, beating Dominik Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship, of course, back in Boston. And of course, we saw his last match in Madison Square Garden in a 6-man tag where Dominik Mysterio decided to play this on his rules on his turf. The jury is out whether or not people wanted to see Dominik versus Rey Mysterio, but now you got Dominik versus John Cena. The bottom line, you got to think about this. Does John Cena possibly retire as the Intercontinental Champion to take it into his final match, which we all nobly hope is against the main General Gunther? Don't at me if you think otherwise. You're an idiot if you do. And also, of course, Dominik Mysterio is looking for revenge and to embarrass the greatest of all time, why he's been considered the greatest worker under 30 this calendar year by ESPN themselves. Still, by the way, the AAA Mega Champion. Straight up, guys, it's a singles match. You know how it goes. The only way you win the goal is via pinfall or submission. Counts qualification means nothing. And here in this prediction league, we care about who leaves with the title. Let's go around the horn and see what you all think. So, Walter, John Cena's final PLE match. Does he leave with a victory or is it just a bittersweet symphony? Do you have a brand new Intercontinental Champion?
I wish that the tournament was over by now.
You and me
Here's
both.
why. The reason I wish the tournament was over by now is because then that winner can now screw John Cena out of the title, have Dom win, and then his final match, even though it's a retirement match, now kind of has more oomph on it because it's like, holy shit, now Cena wants revenge. Because let's say it was Gunther, throw it out. That's who I'm expecting. If Gunther won and screwed Cena out of the IC title, not only does he get the chance to retire Cena, but now Cena's really pissed off because you just screwed my title reign up and you put some extra oomph into his last match. So I feel like the timing is a little bad. They should have finished the tournament and then did this match, and boom, that's your way out of Cena losing the title, because there's no way Dom's going to beat him clean. Let's put that up. You know, and I don't think Cena loses the title now because of that. But you know what? Just to be different than everybody, 'cause most people are going to say, no way Cena loses with this momentum in the retirement match. But I think it speaks more volume if you have him lose, because then in the retirement match, it'd be like, wow, he's actually beatable. Somebody can beat him. And then it really can make whoever the opponent will be seem worthy of actually beating him. So I'll say Dom, some way, somehow pulls it off and wins his IC title back.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you for that opening, Bob. We got a new champion, according to Walter Cruz. And speaking of people that will be there to witness John Cena for the last time on PLE, our own Mind Morphin Pink Power Ranger, Dattila, with a $5 super chat. I'm in San Diego already, and I can't wait to meet Los Domingos and hit Emmanuel, my John Cena commemorative chair. So, Emmanuel, you best be on your best behavior. And guess what? You're going next. So, do you agree with Walter, or do you think your favorite wrestler retains the Intercontinental Championship in his final PLE match ever? Go ahead.
Wow. What did I do to deserve that? Just because I typed his last PLE, his time is up, we won't see him anymore?
Oh, boy. Keep on. Just keep going. No, you know what? Whatever. Just keep going. Just keep going, man. Just keep going. Nice, by the way. Continue.
I know. I also put ChatGPT. Give me a rap song for John Cena. This rap, how much he sucks. If you want to hear that, donate $5. And luckily, Dattila did that. I'll say that to the end of the episode. I'll give you what ChatGPT this John Cena. Anyways.
Continue.
Yes, I'm stretching this out because I really don't want to say it because
Say it. Say it. You gotta say it. It's for a point. Say it.
guess who won the tournament? Gunther and main event Jey Uso. Are they? Yeah, if he retains, that means Gunther is gonna probably be IC title champion again for a second time. I don't think so. Like it's just one of those things. Like I don't see it. Like even main event Jey Uso. Like if he defeats Gunther, I could see him as IC champion, but I don't think he defeats Gunther. So unfortunately, Dory Dom is gonna win this, and is gonna I get help from the Americanos or from somebody else. It's true. Vikingo. They recently turned Vikingo, and Triple A could help him out. I'm just saying.
That regardless, it sounds like you got a lot lobbying in John Cena's party versus Dominik Mysterio's party.
Yeah, because no offense to the Judgment Day. Judgment Day is not going to help him out. He's already in the thin ice. They're not even helping him out anymore. So what makes sense is either the Americanos help them or somebody else is helping Bankingo, or unfortunately the reunion of a certain masked wrestler that he caused a scumbag dad finally turns heel, and that be his last run as
hell no.
before he retires for good. A heel
Hell no.
WCW made that mistake how many years ago? At this point, leave Ray like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, just the ultimate good guy that just doesn't.
I know. I'm just saying, like, there's a possibility out there. I'm just giving you pitching ideas, but somehow, some way.
Fair enough. But go ahead and pitch your prediction before you go into fantasy booking warfare.
I already did. Like Dominik wins. Like I don't want to see them.
He's agreeing with Walter.
Yeah.
All right. That was cool your brain, because again, we got a 3-on-1 handicap match tomorrow, folks. And speaking of which, your special guest referee might be the man that avoids falling in place. It's Charles Schultz, who arrived late to the party. Charles, good to see you. Welcome as far as WarGames to the predicting. How you feel about this show? And since you just joined in, we are going to save you after the man that's right below him. To the opposite contrast of Emmanuel, it's going to be Christopher Rod's turn next. So stay tuned. Christopher Rod's, you're on deck next. So far, we got 2 brand new champions for their Canelo title. Do you agree or disagree? As far as I'm concerned, next to Jeff motherfucking Meacham, you're the biggest John Cena fan I know, not named Papagino. So I'm very curious what you think. You're considering he did get his 100th PLE win. He got that milestone at Crown Jewel. Does he end 101?
I'm keeping it short and sweet. The only way that Dominik wins tomorrow night is by the returning of Liv Morgan. That is the only way Dom wins, but I see Liv Morgan possibly returning tomorrow after the Women's World Championship match, but I'll talk about that later. Keeping it short and sweet, John Cena is going to retain the Intercontinental Championship tomorrow. He's going into his last match in 2 weeks from tomorrow with the Intercontinental Champion. If it's presumably Gunther, it will be a step back for Gunther, and he'll be Intercontinental Championship once again. That is beneath him. Gunther should be going for the World Champion, not the Intercontinental Champion. And I'm making it a bold prediction. They're swerving us in the last time is now tournament. I don't think his last opponent is Gunther. They planted the seed back in the Royal Rumble. They planted the seed at Saturday night's main event back in May. His final opponent is going to be Jey Uso.
I mean, to be fair, you're literally going from January to December. So thank you for that. That being said, we finally got somebody saying John Cena retains the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Okay. Well, that being said, from Emmanuel's disdain, And apparently it is 4-on-1. So, hi, player. Arlene, you're up next. Your thoughts on the WWE Intercontinental Championship match. I also will put this out right now. It's almost 50-50 in the poll. Majority are going with John Cena retaining at 56%. 44% got Dominik Mysterio winning the championship. What do you got to say, Arlene?
I'm keeping it short and sweet. Dom should win, but I don't see him winning. But screw it. I'm already losing in the predictions league, so I'm going to go with Dom Mysterio to win the championship. And my friend Kim has joined the three, me, Datilla, and Jeff against my brother. So it's 4 people now against
Oh,
one.
Jesus.
Man,
You're going to get murdered.
4. And I'm pretty sure my other friend that's coming with us is going to want to join too. So it's probably going to end up being 5 against 1. So Menu needs to get 4 more people. So if you
What
guys
the
want to join my
hell?
brother, then you guys can. But it looks like it's going to be 4 against 1. And don't think I'm going to be protecting him. That's all I got to say. I'll probably be joining and kicking him. Just because.
Emmanuel, I pray that you're actually right, so you can at least say, I was right. I was right. You can't keep me. I was right, because that might be your only saving grace to avoid the punishment that awaits you tomorrow. You're going to war, sir. Good luck. I don't know how strong a one army man is against a militia, but hey, weirder things have happened. You read the Bible like me? Just saying. All right. Well, that being said, hello, Charles. Welcome to Survivor Series WarGames. Let's go ahead and get your thoughts towards this. And then once I bring in one more person that's trying to join us via transit, we'll see if we can get your thoughts on the Women's WarGames match. We're currently talking about John Cena, the Intercontinental Championship, the Workhorse Championship. What's your thoughts towards this match? Do you have a new champion, or does John Cena retain his final PLE match ever?
I agree with the one point about Dom's getting the belt back, because I expect Gunther to be Cena's last opponent. It does not need to be for the IC title. It doesn't not need to be for it. So Dominik's getting the belt back. And I might be crazy enough to say it probably won't be any shenanigans. No pun intended.
Wow. Dominik Mysterio with a clean win.
Hey, crazier things have happened.
I mean, you're not wrong, but we are talking about the guy that believes he's the son of Eddie Guerrero. And last time I checked, Eddie Guerrero and John Cena went to wars in a parking lot. So just saying.
And that's why John knew the Eddie Guerrero tricks very well.
True that, as we saw, of course, in Boston. All right, well, think about that, Charles. So that being said, many going with Dominik Mysterio. Let's go ahead and see via transit if JJ can land his thoughts towards this, considering he is the friend of one of the best friends of John Cena. And I'm sure he has some food for thought to say regarding his favorite boy this year, the workhorse of WWE that I've even christened that, Dominik Mysterio. JJ, if you can hear me, go ahead and lend your thoughts towards this championship match. Do you got a new champion? Well, I saw your chat comment. Go ahead and add to it, if you can. We're getting 3 seconds. Otherwise, we will continue, because again,
Can you hear me okay?
yes.
Okay, I have a new Intercontinental Champion, but the reason I wanted to get in here is because I heard y'all saying that it's Gunther and Jey Uso in the finals, and Gunther is basically a lock to win. I'm not 100% sold on that, and I'm going to tell you why.
Go ahead.
Gunther already fell to Jey Uso at WrestleMania, and Jey Uso
Damn it.
We'll be right back.
For my word sponsor.
Shut the fuck up, Charles.
Look, somebody had to do it. If Emmanuel was not gonna do it this time, I was gonna do it. So,
All right, we're gonna try this one more time. We're gonna give it a second take, all right? Because people deserve a second chance. Damn it.
as soon as you said that.
We're live, pal. All right, one more time. I see the darkness. Damn it. the hell? It's Ring of Honor all over again.
No,
What he was probably trying to say, because we think a lot of like, is this is the rubber match, so Jay can probably pull it out and win it, and we've seen him beat him before. But I don't want to put words in his mouth, but that's probably what he was gonna say.
Well, I would love to just see him type it in the chat and you just reading it, because you do both share a mind at times, and I want him to get his feed. But again, when you're in transit, you're dealing with freaking interrupted systems. It's a madhouse. And again, I love JJ's opinion. So if you haven't already, you actually want to hear more of JJ's take on his wrestling, follow him, Renegade Wrestling, JJ Williams, Kathleen Studios, RWJJ Williams, Kathleen Studios, Renegade JJ Williams. All right, well, we got to keep this party rolling because, again, this is how I run a tight ship around here. I think everybody on their thoughts except me, and I'm going to say, well, I'll go ahead and say my thought before Emmanuel says something. Go ahead and say something real quick, Emmanuel.
I was just gonna be the two we be right back. Thanks to you, Mercedes just won 2 more world champions. That's not part of our company.
You fucker. You know what? As long as it doesn't beat Chris Statlander,
He taught me.
I'm sorry.
He taught me with that one.
Chris, don't ever do that again. That was embarrassing, man. You should be ashamed of yourself. Don't ever do that again. All right. That being said, I'm going to keep things short, being simple, because we still have 2 matches left. And I'm going to say John Cena retains. Regardless whether John Cena takes on Gunther or Jey Uso in the last time is now tournament finale at Saturday Night's Main Event next month. It's just one of those things right now where I think it'd be kind of cool for him to retire as a champion, and maybe they'd figure out somebody else to hold this title. I almost do wonder with after the winner crown jewel. The fact, by the way, I want to put this out there. Since going babyface and the Wrestle Shaluza nonsense, he hasn't lost. So I also think that right now, this is his go back to, and he wants to get back to the business. Does Dominik Mysterio need to be a Canelo champion again? I don't think so. I think he's ready for the next stage. He's been the workhorse this year. So I'd say John Cena retains. Arlene, I do see your hand. Go ahead.
Wasn't he babyface when he faced Brock Lesnar?
Yes, that was the one match, like I said, he lost. He hasn't lost since then.
Oh, okay. That was
That
my
is
only
it.
thing. I didn't know you excluded that one. I was like,
No,
what
no.
do you mean he lost against Brock?
Got all the
Okay.
stats. I always got all the stats, despite Statboy Mikey, who's been doing with football and not getting the stats to me. Appreciate him. Follow the sports bar. Charles, I see your hand. Then Walter, I want you to read JJ's comments when we're done here. Charles, go ahead.
Correct, you know? You forgot Clash in Paris before WrestlePalooza. Because Cena was faced when he took on Logan Paul and won.
Oh, well, that's fair. Well, again, he still won. You get my point. All
I
right.
know, but he was already faced before the Brock match. So there you go.
Well, he's been faced since SummerSlam, but thank you for the organization. Walter, go ahead and read JJ's comments here real quick, what he was trying to say, so you both share a mind, and then we'll move on. Because I think right now it's in favor of 2 Cenas, 4 Dominik Mysterios. Go ahead, bro.
What I was trying to say is Gunther already fell to Jey Uso at Mania, and Jey Uso eliminated Cena for the Rumble. So Cena's final first match on his retirement tour, the Rumble, could have foreshadowed his final match.
Talk about long-term storytelling, literally within the same year from January to December. But at the end of the day, I almost wonder, does Jey Uso even need to be a singles champion in WWE?
No, but you know what? He is getting hate. When he won the Rumble, he was getting hate. A lot of his videos get like a lot of downs when WWE plays them. People were thinking maybe he turns heel. That's one way to do it. If you're the one that retires Cena and win, you're gonna instantly get hated. Just saying.
Yeah, fair enough. Manuel, you got a thought real quick? Surprised we got more about
to,
this.
Yeah, like just to Walter's point, like he only gets the dislike because of the marks of the day who doesn't like Jey Uso than the casual fans who do like Jey Uso. Those are the fans who don't care about giving a thumbs up or thumbs down in those videos because they have more important things in life than doing that. So they just ignore it. They're simpletons. They really don't care. They just gonna go out there and cheer and boo whoever they want.
That's fair. I almost do wonder if Judgment Day could get involved here, like they screwed Damian Priest when he was, of course, defending the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam last year, though. Because I do wonder, is there also tension in Judgment Day? We did see Finn Balor, Dana McDonough, and, of course, Dominik Mysterio in a 6-man tag. But still, there's got to be a Judgment Day comment within the Judgment Day, in my opinion. Especially since Finn Balor got duly squat. He got nothing. Charles, you had something to say real quick. I did see you on screen.
I was gonna say this cannot matter. Solo could be gone for it. We would just be talking nonsense.
Yeah, that's absolute nonsense. All right.
Well, we could be. It could happen. Who knows? We could do the bloodline member family as the finals to face Cena.
Well, I mean, Solo did get like the last.
People don't like Gunther being in this tournament to begin with.
Well, I mean, again, Solo's last big win was losing against John Cena, to your point, in Saudi Arabia. So maybe that means he's going to win the Royal Rumble next year. Who knows? All right. Well, great job, everybody. That was a great talk. Now, let's see how quick Yes, Charles, I see your hand up once again. What's up?
No, I'm just shaking my head no to that. Solbar not winning the Rumble next year. If that happens, I'm blaming you. We know who to blame here, folks. That happens.
I mean, someone could just slip on a banana peel and fall off the apron, and he's the last man in the ring. I'm just saying. WWE's botched many times before with the wrong decision. All right. And that being said, this is the money you could be spending going to Saudi Arabia for the Saudi Rumble next year in January. All right. Let's go ahead and move on from there, shall we? I feel like only one person needs to lead this match, because if anyone says anything besides the right answer, I'm kicking you off this fucking screen. Let's go ahead and talk about Stephanie McIntyre, La Primera, Champion of Champions, taking on Nikki Bella for the WWE Women's World Championship. Did anybody ask for this match 2025? I'm just freaking saying. It looks like they got a fight here real quick. Have Jay get to the final, face Cena, and The Rock screws Cena out of his last match. It's an FU for going face again. Nice little bout of. Look, everyone's holding out for The Rock to actually come back to WWE. It's not going to happen as long as he's looking for that Oscar. I'm just saying. The day he wins an Oscar, the day he comes back, or the day he retires. Just saying. Back to this. Let's go ahead and talk about this match. Yes, folks, this is a match in 2025. I'm sorry. Stephanie Vaquer versus Nikki Bella for the WWE Women's World Championship. With all due respect to the Bella Army, she has no chance in hell. Okay, let's go around the horn and get everybody's thoughts here. And Charles, I want you to put a nice little bow on this match, and then also lend your thoughts on the Women's WarGames. That was the first match we talked about. Give your starters for each side and your winning team. Who you got winning this match? Go ahead.
As far as this match goes, yeah, let's just move on because this is an easy retain. And let's move on. I think that's a mutual thing here from everybody here. Unless Emmanuel is that freaking crazy to pull a Emmanuel card on us.
I will open up to counter discussion with that in mind. Going, what?
I got a better chance of winning the Powerball than Nikki does winning the title.
Arlene, what the fuck is wrong with you, girl? Go ahead.
I'm only going for Nikki Bella, just like I said, because I'm already losing in the predictions league. So I'm just gonna start picking people just to see if I can get one up at least in one of these matches. And everybody's gonna go for Stephanie. This is the one match I can go one up on everybody. That's my only reasoning. But besides that, yeah, Stephanie's gonna win. But I went for Stephanie. I mean, I went for Nikki because this is the only way I can get it up if everybody picks Stephanie.
Moving on, Charles, your 2 picks in the Women's WarGames match to start and the winning team before we get to our main event.
Yeah, I'll get to that. I guess I was wrong about the Ron Dominguez decided to pull a crazy card. I guess I was wrong. But as far as the starter goes, I expected on the women's side, I might be crazy and say AJ Lee and Becky Lynch, and the heels win by Becky pinning AJ. Simple, straight to the point.
All right, very good. And that being said, unanimous for Stephanie Vaquer. Yes, ma'am, I see your hand. What you got to say real quick before we move on to the main event? God.
Even though I'm going for Stephanie Vaquer, but I'm going to give you the defense why you should believe in Nikki Bella. He did it right.
I'm going to go to the bathroom while he does that. Walter, when he's done, go ahead and lead the main event. I will be right back.
Yeah, it's going to be short. Anyways, if Nikki Bella would have just won when she came back as a baby face, then it'd be a credible thing. But since WWE kind of screwed that up and making her lose against like random opponents, that beats the purpose of believing Stephanie Vaquer to lose against Nikki. But that's an unfortunate event. And she is a Hall of Famer. Let's face back. They're going to be in San Diego. There's going to be probably some fans of her that because she's a San Diego and Arizona type of girl. And third of all, we've been discussing Brie Bella. Brie Bella might appear and help her sister. We don't know. Like we also discussed that it's too. There's fans on the internet saying it's too soon for Stephanie. So who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? If you want to give it back to the legend, people are gonna bitch about it still. And then if it's Stephanie wins, then people are gonna bitch about Nikki not getting buried by the WWE. So this is just a lose-lose situation for the WWE, sadly.
Like I said, I got a better chance of winning the lotto than he does winning that title. But that's neither here nor there. So let's move on to the main event. You got whoever the hell's team it is, because they can't seem to get on the same accord as to who leads the team. But you got World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk teaming up with the WWE Champion, who can't be undisputed if there's two champions. Stop saying undisputed WWE Champion. Anyway. Jay and Jimmy Uso, and of course the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns against the Bron twins, which Drew McIntyre donned them. So I guess now they're gonna actually start using that name. Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, and Brock Lesnar. So Noah's not here, so I'll give it to Chris first. Who do you got winning and who you got starting?
Well, can you put the graphics back up, Walter, please? Okay. For the babyface side, for Team CM Punk, I'm going to say Jey Uso starts off for Team Punk because we all know that the crowd, they're going to want to start with the yeeting and stuff. And you know Petco Park is going to be yeeting, and they want Jey Uso to come out first to start off with his entrance and get the War Games started. So Jay's going to start for Team Punk. For Team Vision, I have a gut feeling for Team Vision is going to be Logan Paul. I think it's going to be Jey Uso, Logan Paul to start it off for the Vision. And who I have winning this match is the Vision. I truly believe this is the year that the heels finally win the men's War Games match. The heels take it. We know we've been hearing reports going on that what are they going to do for WrestleMania 42. I have a gut feeling we are going to know all the answers, but some answers for WrestleMania 42 as far as who is going to challenge CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to say it right now. I think they're going to go with CM Punk, Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. What do they do with Cody Rhodes? Easy. I would love for WWE to do Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship, or better yet, they could add Drew McIntyre and make it a triple threat. What do I see coming out of this? If the heels win, I do have the Vision winning, but there has to be a talking point at the end of this show that you are going to want fans to really get invested into the road to WrestleMania 42 and how are they going to be talking? Because the thing is this, what happened on Monday, what happened tonight on SmackDown, we saw the copyright logo and personally something big happens at the end. Something big is going to happen at the end of tomorrow's show, and I'm going to call it right now. Braun Breaker turns on Brock Lesnar. And that is how we are going to get Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman at WrestleMania 42 and Braun Breaker.
You mean Braun Breaker, right?
Yeah. Braun Breaker can finally get back on being the leader of the Vision once and for all.
All right. Thanks for your thoughts there, Chris. I'll go
And
to.
unfortunately, I do have to get off. So I want to thank all of you guys for allowing me to be on tonight for Simply Predicting Survivor Series. You can find me on my Instagram, CMROTZ_1316. My Facebook is Christopher Rotz, and my X account is CRotz24. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the show tonight. And always say yeah to NoDQ.com.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Chris. And we bid you adieu. And thanks for joining us. And thanks for your takes. All right. And then there were 5. So, Arlene, go ahead with your takes. Who do you got winning and who do you got starting?
I keep forgetting I'm mute. Sorry, because I'm eating. Who I want to win is the Vision. Who probably is most likely going to win is the team, whatever you want to call them, because they can't decide on a captain. But since this is the match that's starting, from what they've been saying, I believe it. So that's why I think that nothing out of the ordinary is going to happen. I think that they're going to just let the faces win. So I'm going to go with faces, even though I think Vision should win. Who's starting? I think it's going to be Jimmy. And basically, they're going to feed Logan Paul to the wolves, and they're going to make him go first.
Logan Paul going first. Not a bad idea. We know you love Roman, honey. So let's go to Charles next. Go ahead.
Go to me now. All right, this is fun. Well, one at the starter's point, I do agree with the Jey Uso because the crowd are going to yeet, so you might as well have them start. Makes most sense out of anything. But I'm going to disagree with the Logan Paul factor. I might be crazy enough because here's the weird thing. I do not know what the hell they're going to do with Brock in this. Because mostly it's like you're going to want to have Brock stand in a cage for the long period of time? Or are you going to have Brock go in there and just go, be Brock mode? It's like, what? Because it depends on how Brock's going to be. Which I'm tying to the factor
He'll probably
of...
fall and bust his ass coming out of the cage.
You know what? That's probably what realistically should happen. And as far as who starts off the heels at that point, I might think it's going to be Braun Breaker. Because we're going to be real here. We're going to have... It's a almost foregone conclusion Brock and Roman are going to be last on their respective teams. It's like it's always going to be the case. Roman is like every single time. There's like a norm. Brock first time. But as far as who wins this, I said earlier the women's war games, the heels are going to win. I expect the faces are going to win by... The crazy part of this, and let's be real here, I think everyone could agree with me on this. Brock Lesnar does not play well with others. There's no... Because how long before until there's going to be dissension, and Brock's going to say, screw this, I'm going to F5 every one of these guys. To the kingdom, come over here. And because of that factor, I expect the faces to win this match. Because of Brock turning on them on the heels. You can't trust Brock forever. And he doesn't play with others. Especially when Drew McIntyre took the WWE title from him back at WrestleMania at Pandemic. Just saying.
Drew did address that in in a promo, so it's not like he just they ignored it. They actually did acknowledge it. And Drew said that he'd rather trust the person that's honest to your face and or dishonest all the time because that's who they are, than somebody who's quote unquote always trying to be honest. So
There you go. That's why
what's
I'm
up?
going with the faces.
What's up, Matt? So I guess did I go to Emmanuel? Let's go to Emmanuel because Chris started, then it was Charles. So let's go to Emmanuel. Who you got starting and who do you got winning?
Man, I pissed off Noah so bad he hasn't returned yet.
Well, to be fair, he probably peeing some Mountain Dew out.
You know what? Nope.
Anyways, for my picks, why does this match seem like a 5-1? Brock Lesnar could actually handle the 5 contestants by himself if he can. Let's face facts. He's a damn beast. Like he's a UFC fighter. Like he could really make this a 5-1 and make it believable. But anyways, for my beginners, I think this gonna be Long Paul. Let's face back. He's gonna do the beginning because look who his teammates are. Bronson Reed, a big guy. He's gonna get squashed. Braun Breaker, he's gonna get braked. Brock Lesnar, no mames, como dice los mexicanos. So by default, Logan Paul, he's gonna be willingly forced to begin the War Games match, and Drew McIntyre, of course, it's Drew McIntyre. He's a strong Irish dude. But for the face, it's kind of more harder because everybody thinks it's Jay. I'll have to say I will go with Jimmy Uso. It'll be a nice, precious start if they really want to push Jimmy Uso because Jay's already established, CM Punk is already established, Cody Rhodes is established, Roman Reigns is established. So why not start with Jimmy Uso? Then let Jay Uso help his brother out, and then so on and so forth. So those are my 2 beginners. Now, for the winner, if Roman Reigns start the match in the past year, is that true? Oh. Anyways, for the winners, I think the heel team needs to win this because they need to make a statement for this upcoming Royal Rumble, like because you need to start to make credible heels because that's what WWE been struggling lately, having credible heels that are believable to beat the champion, and sadly we have none yet. So I will have to say the heels won this one some way somehow. Jimmy and Jay will have more for this of a breakup. Roman Reigns is already said to his cousins like I don't want to see you till Christmas. He already broke that promise by joining in. So like it's one of those things like how much decision does the babyface team have? Then Roman and Punk don't get along. So that's why my logic is going for the heels for the win.
I'm sorry. So you got the heel team? You said they should win, or you got them winning?
I got them winning.
Okay, and I think Charles had his hand up. Go ahead, Charles.
Yeah. I also, that one comment alone I did see. There's also one thing that WarGames that he has never done yet is have somebody on the opposing team leave the cage to force that team to surrender. That could also be a possibility. The fact they haven't done that yet scares me. They probably could do it here, and that's both ties to Brock Lesnar. Just saying, it could be a possibility. If they don't want, it would be dumb. It would be, but that's also saying that they don't want. Oh no,
Arlene and Emmanuel, how much were those tickets? Oh my God, that would be such a piss down the toilet for the tickets if they did some shit like that.
that's probably why it would not be the main event.
our tickets that my friend got us, they're actually pretty good seats. She says they're behind the catchers, and it was 197 for all each for all 5 of us.
Okay.
If they do that ending, that will be start the show. So they would end with a proper finish at the end with the women's one. If they were
I
to go
wouldn't
do that
mind.
finish.
I wouldn't mind because Lesnar and Roman are involved. If they actually do start with the men's war games and let the women actually main event, I would like it if they did that. Truly, that's
Well,
what I would do.
That's what they're saying though, that the women are gonna main event supposedly. So I feel like the women's gonna have a more. That's why I'm saying like if Roman doesn't start and he then like I mean if Roman doesn't end then he starts. So and most of the time he lately since he hasn't had the titles he's been starting. So it only makes sense that in this case he's gonna start. So it's like that's why I feel like who. That's why I don't think the girls in the heels team is gonna win, because you want people to leave happy. So that's why I feel like the baby faces are gonna win in that one. So you could have the heels win the first match and then everybody go home happy when it comes to the second one. Would I want that to happen? No, because that fucks Asuka. Excuse my language, but I could see them doing that.
Well, okay, I guess I'll go and then we'll wait for Noah. We'll cut the commercial and go to him. For the who's coming out first, I am gonna go with the Jey Uso, like you guys said, it's all about the entrance. However, I don't know if you want to risk that. The longer he's in the match, the more risk of injury he has, and you got him in the finals of the tournament. So do you really want to risk that? Or should he be one of the last ones to come in? So that's something to think about in terms of the order of how you do things. But I still think they're gonna trust him enough. Jimmy's gonna come out first. And for the heel, I actually think Bronson Reed's gonna start. I think they let him go after he injured in that match last year, did what he did off the cage and do that and hurt his ankle. I think they're gonna let him start the match and not try to do a tsunami this time off the cage. I think they're gonna leave that for Logan Paul's gonna do some crazy stuff. So we'll find out. But in terms of the match, I think the heels win this. And I know I went with the heels with the girls, but I think Team Vision needs to stay strong. And what stronger way than to beat these people? The only reason I feel that they're winning is because, let's face it, out of everybody that's involved, no offense to the Usos, they're the weakest link out of everybody. And I think Jimmy is only there to take the fall. I think Jimmy is the one that gets pinned. And I think we go with the team heel to win. I don't think Brock turns or anything like some of you guys were suggesting. He doesn't play well with others, but he also can. I know we've seen it in the past where the breakup and the fights happen. He also can listen to Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman has just something in his ear he can get to Brock, so maybe he'll calm him down. So I really, really feel like the heels are gonna own the whole night. The heels on both sides, and then what did I say? Yeah, Jey Uso starts against Bronson, and Jimmy gets pinned. So that's my prediction. So all we're missing is Noah's prediction to be out there. He's the host. So we'll go back to a commercial, and when we be back, hopefully Noah's back by then. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I hope everything's okay with him, but we'll be right back after these messages. And does he have it in here? There we go. Gonna have to change it to get the right video. Sorry, Noah.
And now for a taste of things to come.
And of course,
The wrestling. What the heck is this Christmas background nonsense?
There he is.
I had to switch it to get the right video, man.
Fair
No,
enough.
you've been gone for so long, for a good while. We had to shoot.
I give the hosting back, but everybody gave their predictions, so you're the only one left to say what you think about the last match, who's starting, and who wins.
Considering I still have intentional distress and I'm ready to say that's all, folks, in less than 5 minutes, I'm just going to say right now, team who's ever the fuck captain it is going to win, because you're not going to have Cody Rhodes, who was born into this business, lose this. As far as who starts, you got disgruntled Drew McIntyre or Braun Breaker trying to prove a point. Cody Rhodes saying he was born for this. I think it's going to be Cody and Drew to kick things off. And that being said, folks, that's your city predicting. So again, what are your thoughts, your predictions? What's your biggest analysis, your biggest takeaways, your biggest upsets you think that might happen? Let us know in the comments below as we try to conclude. That being said, Walter, thank you. Great job. Charles, Arlene, shout out to Christopher Rhodes. Shout out to Manuel. Shout out to JJ. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's go around and do plugs and get the heck out of here before I gotta go back on the porcelain throne. Emmanuel, go ahead and tell the people can find you and what you've been up to on your YouTube channel. Oh, God.
Yeah, like today, like I released Friday the 13th, 1980 review, and it's up. So if you want to take that a look, it's out right now as a special edition, so I can announce it on the stream. And if you want to follow me, well, give a simple like and subscribe, comment, interactive games and movies. Tell me what movies or games you want me to play, and I'll consider that, and I'll do it for you. So as much as it's a pleasure it is, I have to be nice for John Cena for once, because I never liked him. Let's be honest. But I gotta be positive for once, because that's what the channel is: positivity. John Cena, thank you for the memories, for the fans that do like you, that did enjoy you, that think that your matches are great and amazing. Thank you for those memories that you gave those young fans when they were growing up. That's the only kindest thing I could do for you, because it is your last PLE. So that, and we're not going to do a predictions for the Saturday night main event. So that's why I'm doing this now than there.
Well, you know, time to get the heart grow fonder. I just wish it made my stomach quit being so friggin' rough. Thank you for that, Emmanuel. Again, appreciate you. Arlene, good luck. And again, be easy on your brother. Hope you enjoy your time tomorrow. And San Diego, go ahead and tell where the people can find you.
Why do you keep showing that picture? He lost that match. Couldn't you use
I think the expressions itself speak for itself.
I just don't like the fact that he lost that match. Anyways, you can find me.
It'll be changed next to the dating.
Anyways, you can find me on the Twitter at ADM73244, and on the Instagram Arlene Dominguez, and also on Facebook as well as in Arlene Dominguez. Like I said, I will be skipping my high school 20th reunion for the Survivor Series. I hope that somehow, some way, I will end up being on the TV, and I will be sending a picture on my Instagram so you guys can see. That way, if you guys can see my sign, let me know. That way, I know at least I got some of my sign in the TV. Shut up, Daniel. That's why you're gonna get kicked on tomorrow. Anyways, and yeah, that's it. And just be careful, you guys. It's flu season. So if you're going to be visiting anybody, just remember to wash your hands. And yeah, just protect your health and everything like that. This is our busiest time in the hospital. So just try to protect yourself and your family by making sure, like I said, hand wash and wash your hands and use hand sanitizer, whatever you got to do to protect yourself. And that's all for me.
Thank you always, Elaine. Continue saving lives, messing with your brother, and always continue bringing the energy that you bring here at the Simple Studios. Appreciate you always, and good luck. Before I give it to Charles here, I do want to go and acknowledge everybody that's been in the chat, giving their predictions as well as the one that put in their polls. They actually went in this men's WarGames match. It's almost 50-50. 56% went with Team Paul Heyman, Dangerous Alliance 2.0, while 46% team went with Team Whatever Captain. As far as the starters for Team Whatever Captain, They literally have Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, or Cody Rhodes leading. The majority are going with main event Jey Uso. I figured they're trying to see Jey prove a point here. So again, I could see that. Again, not holding a title. As far as Team Heyman,
Most of us went with it because the entrance. They're gonna want everybody to eat in his hometown. That's why most people went with it.
he's going to be eating no matter what because they got to come out to the damn cage. He's going to be the first one to literally arrive, but then they're just going to probably talk to each other. But I do see what you mean. As far as starting off a Team James Alliance 2.0, majority are going with, oh, God. Logan Paul, followed by Bronson Reed, followed by Drew McIntyre, followed by Braun Breaker, and barely anybody picked Brock Lesnar. Smart move because he doesn't get paid by the hour. All right. Well, thank you for that, Arlene. Some closing comments real quick. Meh, excited. Let's go. Can't wait. Goodbye, WWE. This is my last news for WWE. I respect anybody that chooses to do what they do. Change some answers. Congrats to everyone. Know your predictions leagues. Fuck the Fed. WarGames. All right. And there's the sign, by the way. Charles, go ahead and tell where the people can find you. Holy.
Well, let's hurry up so Noah can and I get off here and go recover. And I mean, really, without.
Oh, God. I'm not going to just continue, Charles. You're fine. Like I said, I'm good for the moment.
Yeah, for the moment. That's why I was also hurry this up. You follow me on Twitter at Two Talk Random.
There you go. We got a good TMNT plug as well. Cowabunga, dude. Respect. Walter, again, we're going to love the game. We'll be on the call tomorrow. You got UFC coming up, of course, in Paramount. The year is winding down. The New Year's upon us. It's the holiday season. Always appreciate you. Thank you, by the way, for taking care of the hosting duties for the main event. Again, folks, you're wondering, here's a little bit of simple advice for you. When you feast on Thanksgiving, be prepared for the consequences that follow. Walter, go ahead and tell where the people can find you. Golly.
Well, first let me do JJ, so you don't have to talk as much. I'll do his plug for you because he was here, but unfortunately, internet does what it does. So you can follow Casa de 18 Studios. You can follow him at on the X at Roll JJ Williams. There's a Twitter at Casa de 18 Studio. And then the YouTube is Casa de 18 Studios with the S. And of course, the Instagram at the Renegade JJ Williams. He has, if you're exclusive to his channel, he has been putting up some stuff that I've been catching it too because I'm subscribed. So that is back. So make sure you follow him, guys. And then, of course, for me, you can catch me on the Rage of Wrestling YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Instagram, Walter.Cruz.940. Don't worry about Blue Sky. I don't check it that much anymore. And then at Walter Alex Cruz for the Twitter or X. And then, of course, if you choose to, if you want to, that's wrong one. I was trying to get yours for you.
I got prepared. Like I said, I'm mostly good. I've been dealing with this now 5 times today. I think I'm mostly good. But
Jeez, Noah.
Yeah,
that's a lot of times.
It's been an excessive day to say the least for me. Anyway, I'm fine. God. And also to answer the question in the chat real quick, it is Team Dangerous Alliance that has the advantage. So there you go.
That's right, because Drew won on Raw, right?
The tag match actually with Drew and Logan. Yeah. Logan getting the roll up win. That is correct. Again, folks, there's your man's graphic, by the way. Find me if you choose. I'm barely social. I'm introverted for a reason. By nature, I'm Foz916 on the X on YouTube. I'm nothing more but the simple man, a lifelong fan of professional wrestling. Damn it. Only wish to remind you of the winners, no losers, no betters, just fans up here with this past we all share. At the end of the day, support one another, respect your protect your mentality to treasure your families, prevent diarrhea, and just do love enjoy professional wrestling. It's truly as simple as that. We'll see you tomorrow for Survivor Series WarGames. Our coverage will start 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we'll have the Saturday shenanigans to follow. Again, get your predictions in. None of the predictions that you heard will be official unless they're on the forum. That's how I do stuff here. Form will be in the comments down below. Form will also, of course, still be in the chat. Form will also be in the social medias, as you saw. Note you and all my social medias. I'll put out one reminder one more time on my social medias tomorrow. But thank you all once again for tuning into another edition of City Predicting. The last one for WPLEs this calendar year. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell friends. The bells videos live on demand on this YouTube channel or any YouTube channels within my studios. Hit the subscribe button. I assure you, despite the fact that sometimes I may have to give up hosting duties for my own body gives up on me, the hosting, the predictions, the comments, the commentary, the comedy, the ridiculousness, the pontifications, the analysis, not going to happen anytime soon. Thank you everybody that's been involved here in the chat, for Lily, for Master Fett, for a great name, for Darren, who always sometimes is here, for the Tug, who gave a super chat, for Bali Man, I saw his name, for Rank Investing JJ Williams, who for all we know is still stuck in transit, for Christopher Rotz, and again, you didn't see his graphic, probably because you can't see it, spell him there, Christopher Rotz, 1316. For Walter Cruz, for Dominguez, Arlene, and Emmanuel, for Christopher, for Charles Shaw, it's a botch. I'm tired and I probably have to go right now again. I'm Noah Foster, in distress, but I'll be fine come tomorrow, hopefully. Reminding you, as always, make a positive impact in life. Have a good night. Let's go to war, and let's enjoy, regardless how you feel about this, Survivor Series. We'll see you tomorrow for our coverage. Take care, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to our stupid date thing. Good night.
Your time is finally gone, John Cena.
There it is. There it is.